Right now, something inside you is screaming. It's not loud, but it's a persistent hum beneath the surface of your everyday life. It is the version of yourself you haven't met yet. The one who is stronger, clearer, braver, and more alive. That version is tired of waiting for you to show up. When you see someone living the life you want, that sharp feeling you get isn't jealousy. It's recognition. It is your soul telling you, that could be me. The gap between who you are and who you could be isn't as wide as you think. It is not years of work or an impossible transformation. It is 0.01%. Repeated, compounded, made inevitable through consistency. You have been sold a fantasy version of change. The overnight success, the dramatic reveal. None of it is real. Real change is quiet, unglamorous, and almost invisible at first. 0.01% improvement every day for 1 year doesn't make you 3.65% better. It makes you 37 times better. Growth compounds. It multiplies. It builds momentum you can't stop once it starts. The butterfly doesn't force the tornado. It just flaps its wings. Ancient philosophers understood something we have forgotten. They knew transformation isn't an event. It is a direction. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while writing to himself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Your obstacles aren't blocking your path. They are the path. The resistance you feel is confirmation you are at the edge of growth. Every person who achieved what you want started before they were ready. They chose 0.01% when perfection felt mandatory. You are standing at a fork in the road right now. One path leads to next year looking exactly like this year. The other path starts with deciding that small is enough. That progress beats perfection. It requires starting today. I am asking you to commit, not to being perfect, but to being present, to giving your future self the gift of your full attention right now. Subscribe, because we are building a community that chooses growth over comfort. Your journey starts now. Declare this in the comments. I am ready for change. Let's begin. Mange. Number 1. The gap is the game. Stop running from the discomfort zone. Asterisks. When was the last time you voluntarily chose discomfort? Not stress that happened to you, but discomfort you deliberately walked toward. We have been sold a toxic idea that life should feel good all the time. That ease is the goal. This is a beautiful lie that is destroying your potential. In exercise science, progressive overload means muscles don't grow when you are comfortable. They grow when pushed slightly beyond their current capacity to create microtears. Your mind works the exact same way. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone, but it also doesn't happen in the panic zone. It happens in the space between. The discomfort zone, where it is hard but doable. Psychologist Lev Vygotsky called this the zone of proximal development. It is the sweet spot where learning occurs. Most people stay comfortable until life forces them into panic. Then retreat. They never deliberately practice in the discomfort zone. That is why 10 years of experience becomes 1 year repeated 10 times. Here is your 0.01% shift. Every single day, do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Not terrifying, just awkward or uncertain. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Set a boundary. Do the task you've been procrastinating. Do it gently, like testing a muscle you haven't used in years. Confidence doesn't create action. Action creates confidence. You are waiting to feel brave before you do the brave thing, but courage is doing the thing, despite feeling scared. Confidence emerges quietly after the act. Think about driving a car. It was terrifying at first, but now you do it on autopilot. Your nervous system adapted through repeated exposure. You can do this with public speaking, leadership, or vulnerability. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is the game. You aren't trying to eliminate the gap. You are trying to get comfortable operating within it. The gap is not evidence of failure. It is proof you are growing. It is information showing you where your next 0.01% needs to go. Start ridiculously small today. Write one sentence of that email. Practice a skill for 2 minutes. Feel the tension? That is not danger. That is development. Do it again tomorrow. Watch how quickly uncomfortable becomes familiar. Athletes call this training to failure. pushing until you can't do another representative to build strength. You are training your mental muscles the same way. 6 months from now, things that terrify you today will feel mundane. Not because they got easier, but because you got stronger. Make friends with the tension. Plan tomorrow's discomfort tonight. Schedule it. Commit to it. This is the compound interest of courage. Drop this in the comments. I choose growth over comfort. Number 2. Become a curator, not a consumer. Asterisk A. Your attention is your destiny. If someone looked at your screen time and consumed content over the last 30 days, would they see someone building a future or someone killing time? You are not what you eat. You are what you consume mentally. Most people are binge eating digital junk food and wondering why they feel empty. There is a concept called opportunity cost. Every minute spent mindlessly scrolling is a minute not spent building your future. Most people aren't consumers anymore. They are consumption zombies, letting algorithms decide what goes into their minds. Attention is the most valuable resource you possess. It is what you trade for knowledge, relationships, and income. Show me what you pay attention to, and I will show you who you will become. The shift is simple. Stop being a passive consumer and become an active curator. A curator selects intentionally. Museums don't display every piece of art. They select pieces that align with their vision. You must curate your inputs the same way. Human attention spans are dropping because we train our brains to be distracted. We graze on surface-level content and lose the ability to think deeply. You have been hacked. Your attention has been weaponized against you by apps designed to keep you consuming. You are losing unless you fight back. Conduct a brutal audit of your inputs. Look at everything you consumed yesterday. Did it make you better? Did it inspire meaningful action? Or did it steal time and make you feel worse? Be ruthless. Every piece of content is either building you or draining you. There is no neutral. Cut everything misaligned. Unfollow. Unsubscribe, delete, create friction between you and the things that drain you. Replace the noise with intentional inputs. Quality over quantity. One podcast that teaches you something applicable is worth more than hours of mindless scrolling. Most people spend more time choosing their lunch than choosing what to feed their minds. As Naval Ravikant said, if you eat, invest, and think according to what the news advocates, you'll end up nutritionally, financially, and morally bankrupt. The news is often just outrage fuel, designed to keep you afraid and addicted. Social media is often just performance and comparison. You don't need to know everything happening everywhere. You need to know what is relevant to your growth. If you remove the noise, would you actually miss anything valuable? Or would you gain clarity and mental space? The people building extraordinary lives are selectively engaged. They protect their attention like their life depends on it. Steve Jobs asked himself every morning, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do? Ask yourself the same about consumption. Your new standard. Before you click or watch, ask, is this aligned with who I am becoming? If not, skip it. Choose silence. Boredom is where creativity lives. Give yourself permission to consume less and create more. Consumption is passive. Creation is active. You become what you practice. Become a curator. Take back your attention. Drop this in the comments. I am the architect of my future. Number 3. Install the failure firmware. Make losing your competitive advantage. Asterisk. The most expensive mistake you are making is treating failure like it is optional. You think successful people somehow bypass failure. The truth is, they succeed because of it. They deliberately install failure as part of their operating system. Your relationship with failure is broken. You see it as evidence you aren't good enough, so you play it safe and guarantee mediocrity. But anything worth achieving lives on the other side of failure. Fail fast doesn't mean being reckless. It means getting to the lesson quickly so you can iterate. Failure is the research and development phase of success. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work. Failure is data. It is the universe telling you, not that way. Try this way. Stop avoiding failure and start collecting it. Build a failure resume, a list of risks that didn't pay off. It proves you have courage and are willing to be wrong on the way to being right. Aim to fail at something small today. Try something you are bad at. Pitch an idea that might get rejected. Do this strategically to practice being okay with things not working out. Your nervous system treats failure like a threat, triggering a panic response. You must desensitize yourself. Athletes practice missing shots so they don't panic during the game. You must practice failing in low-stakes situations so high-stakes moments don't paralyze you. Every successful person has a higher failure rate than you because they have more attempts. They focus on at-bats, not just batting average. When you learn to ride a bike, you didn't interpret falling as, "I'm not a rider." You interpreted it as, "I'm learning." Apply that mindset to everything. "I failed" becomes, "I'm in the learning phase." This leads to asymmetric risk, situations where the downside is limited, but the upside is unlimited. Most failures are recoverable embarrassments, while the upside is transformation. You avoid attempts because you overweight the fear of failure. Start asking, what is the best that happens if this works? Create a failure goal. Commit to collecting rejections or awkward moments. When you aim to fail, it stops being scary. You become free to try without the pressure of perfection. You become anti-fragile, getting stronger from stress. Go fail at something small today. Notice that you survive. Notice the world doesn't end. That is your new firmware installing. That is 0.01% of failure tolerance building. Watch how your life trajectory shifts when failure becomes your competitive advantage. Let me see this declaration below. I learn from failure. Number 4, architect your microenvironments. Design the path of least resistance. Asterisk. How many times have you set a goal with genuine motivation only to watch it dissolve? You aren't weak. You are fighting an environment designed for your old self. You want to eat healthy, but your kitchen is full of junk. You want to focus, but your phone is in your hand. Willpower is a terrible strategy. It is a limited resource that runs out. Stanford researcher B.J. Fogg discovered that behavior is not about motivation. It is about design. You brush your teeth because the environment makes it easy. The toothbrush is right there. Stop relying on discipline. Start designing microenvironments where the future you is the default you. Every environment has a bias. Change the environment, and behavior changes automatically. If you want to work out, put your gym clothes next to your bed. If you want to focus, remove the phone from the room. You are not changing your character. You are changing your defaults. Identify one behavior you want more of and reverse engineer the environment. How can you reduce the friction? Remove obstacles for good behaviors and add friction to bad ones. If you want to stop scrolling at night, charge your phone in another room. Make the bad habit inconvenient. This concept is called implementation intentions, deciding when, where, and how you will act. This removes the decision point where most failure happens. Make the behavior so obvious that not doing it feels harder. Smart people change their surroundings and watch themselves change in response. Casinos are designed to keep you gambling. You must design your life to keep you growing. Create zones with one purpose. Your desk is for focus. Your bedroom is for sleep. Your kitchen is for health. Each zone trains your brain. When I am here, I do this. Eliminate decision fatigue. Trivial decisions drain your energy. Barack Obama and Steve Jobs wore the same outfits to save decision-making power for what mattered. Automate the small stuff. Lay out clothes the night before. Meal prep. Remove choice from the trivial so you have energy for the vital. Redesign one microenvironment this week. Ask, if this space was designed by someone who already has the habit I want, what would be different? Make those changes. Once set up, the environment does the heavy lifting. Architecture beats willpower every time. Your environment is either a greenhouse for growth or a graveyard for goals. Move one thing, remove one obstacle, add one trigger. That is your 0.01%. Design your microenvironments and watch your life redesign itself. Comment this and make it your truth. I design my environment. Number 5. Operate on future logic, not current feelings. Borrow certainty from tomorrow. Asterisk, asterisk. This framework ties everything together. Right now, you are making decisions based on who you are today, your current feelings, limitations, and fears. That is the trap. Today's version of you hasn't achieved the goal yet. Stop asking, what should I do? Start asking, what would future me do? Visualize the version of you 6 months from now who has already achieved what you are striving for. That version exists as a possibility waiting to be activated. They have the clarity and confidence you lack. Borrow it. Make decisions as if you are already that person. This is retrocausality applied to psychology. When you operate from your future identity, you make different choices, and those choices create that future. You aren't faking it. You are prototyping it. Athletes use visualization to win before they compete. You must do the same for your life. Every morning, spend 60 seconds being your future self. How do they carry themselves? What do they prioritize? What do they say no to? Then ask, what choice would they make right now that current me is resisting? Do that thing. Train yourself to operate on future logic. Current feelings say, I'm tired. Skip the workout. Future logic says future me never regrets working out. Current feelings say, I'll start Monday. Future logic says, future me became successful by starting before they were ready. You aren't ignoring emotions. You are choosing a different time frame to operate from. This daily choice creates your future. In addiction recovery, patients visualize their sober future self and ask what that version needs them to do today. The hard choice becomes obvious. Write a letter from your future self to your current self. What do they wish you knew? What risks are they glad you took? Read it when you want to quit. Future you is looking back at this moment, either grateful you showed up or disappointed you didn't. Which emotion do you want them to feel? Turn down the volume on current feelings. Turn up the volume on future logic. This integrates all the other rules. Future you naturally chooses discomfort, curates inputs, embraces failure, and designs better environments. It all starts with operating from tomorrow's certainty. Post this affirmation right now. I am my future self. We have covered 5 frameworks. Discomfort is the path, curation over consumption, failure is data, environmental design, and future logic. You don't need a dramatic transformation by sunrise. You just need 0.01%. One tiny shift, repeated daily. Transformation is a trajectory. The gap between who you are and who you could be is just a series of small decisions you haven't made yet. 1 year from now, after 365 days of 0.01% improvements, you won't recognize yourself. Not because you did one big thing, but because you did one small thing 365 times. That consistency separates those who change their lives from those who just talk about it. You finished this video, which means you are different. You are looking for the edge. Now prove it to yourself. Choose your 0.01% for tomorrow right now. What is the one micro shift you are committing to? Write it down. Say it out loud. Drop it in the comments. Do it tomorrow when motivation fades. When nobody is watching, that is when character is built. Hit the like button if this shifted something in you. Share this with someone who is ready. Subscribe to join a community that chooses action over excuses. Your future self is waiting, and they are going to be so grateful you started today. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. Today I start 0.01% every day.